So starting with this book again. So don't talk gibberish. Okay, we already did this. It keeps opening on the same pages, but I guess that's okay. So this is about how people often will like get their information from others, like from books or from movies or from the news, and they just regurgitate it. And they don't get to the source, like they don't get to form their own opinion about things. Let's see if there's anything. The power of your etheric is made up of several factors. The speed at which it oscillates, the intensity of the energy, how much is happening at any one moment, and the consolidated or contained nature of the field. In an untrained person, his or her etheric is flashing its wispy fingers of energy out all over the place, touching others, interfering with them, often sucking energy from others, impinging on them. The speed is slowish, the intensity is weak. Sometimes it is torn, usually through an excess of drugs and alcohol, and has no solid definition. It reacts a lot to emotion, wobbling and slopping about like an enormous pile of jelly on a plate, rocking, rolling, and jerking spastic motions back and forth. Of course, you don't have to see the etheric in order to work on it, repair it if it's damaged, and make it strong. Because it expresses what you are, it's affected by your whole state of being, including your physical condition, your mental and emotional balance, and your fortitude. All this manifests as a sense of well-being, how alive you feel, how secure you feel, and how you view the eternal spiritual self that dwells within. So the first step to the mystery of silent power is to strengthen your psychological and emotional attitude. This will boost your sense of well-being. It will also help you externally, as people will see from your body language, by what you say, and by your general attitude, that you are strong. Intellectually, they will think you're strong, but inwardly, at the subconscious level, they will feel and know that you are strong. They will automatically react positively. People like controlled strength. It makes them feel safe and supported. Come, let's start by considering what power really is, and then we'll discuss leaning and not leaning. We talked about that yesterday. Okay. Might need to get a new book for this. Give one another of your bread, but eat not from the same loaf. Sing and dance together and be joyous, but let each one of you be alone. Even as the strings of, again, repeating. Even as the strings of the lute are alone, though they quiver with the same music. Exact messages from yesterday, but different parts of the message. Interesting. So these two. Do not cut yourself short. Allow yourself the possibility to be magnificent. Do not be afraid of being all that you dream. An island of strong growth built from all that has gone before, a collection of learnings for many lives lived, creating a safe space for you and others to rest and take shelter. So I feel like that's about learning. Yeah, like at a phase where you've learned a lot and now you're having to kind of incorporate what you've learned into your everyday life, using the wisdom that you've learned. We have the sun, and we also have the magician. And it's interesting because in this deck, their names are like really focused on creativity, dancing with the sun and song of creation. So it's both like musical, I guess, in a way. And I would see it as like getting into the rhythm of life, finding your own beat, finding your own rhythm. Possibly also your own narrative, your own way of telling a story and explaining what happened. And that might give you strength. When I feel blocked, emotionally distressed, or overwhelmed, I turn to my breath. Right, so that would get you back into the rhythm as well. I can change my patterns when I change my mind about them. I feel like there's an opportunity here to get really grounded in what it is that you value, to define your own your own definition of success, your own definition of wealth. And this is really highlighting independence, especially financially. And maybe this is about kind of figuring out how much money you're supposed to be making for the product or the service that you're giving, and not compromising about it. Maybe it's about putting yourself out there for new job opportunities. Maybe it's about leaving a situation that made you feel codependent or unhealthy in some way and striking on your own and getting more independence. There is community here. There is like a feeling of safety in asking for what you need and getting it back and being able to reciprocate, right? Give and take. There is like a difficult person, possibly, and this is indecision about someone from your past. Kind of like authoritative, or kind of pushing their weight where it doesn't belong, kind of thing. There's fast developments happening once you make these changes, but it feels like it's a difficult road. It feels like it's kind of bumpy, and you have to keep going. Like, you have to keep enduring to get to where you want to go, but you are getting stronger in the process. Like, you're working your muscle, I guess, like your intellectual muscle or your endurance muscle. And this is also about something that you've really loved for a long time, like something you've always wanted since you were young. It's part of your evolution in this lifetime. You're learning about boundaries, like that's a big lesson here. And we were talking about lessons in the beginning with the 2 tree oracle cards. Yeah, an island of strong growth built from all that has gone before, a collection of learnings from many lives lived, creating a safe space for you and others to rest and take shelter. So I feel like you're defining your boundaries and defining what success means to you, defining what community feels the most, or maybe not defining, but actually finding the community that feels the most supportive to you at this time. And reconnecting with some of those old ideas that you had about what you wanted in your life, and maybe getting back to the drawing board, maybe reconnecting with people, networking. Things just start to move really fast and your confidence gets up. And this doesn't necessarily have to be a difficult person. That's just kind of what I was sensing intuitively, but it could be that you yourself are making decisions now based on your past. You're having to kind of just like be courageous and do things from a place of indecision, from a place of insecurity possibly, because you don't really have all the answers of what's going to happen. But you're just kind of going to boldly do something in order to move things forward for yourself. So I hope this made sense to someone. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Thanks for watching.